Okay, I have no power on to the track at all. This, I have continuity. And this track that does not work when I have power has continuity. And nothing there. And continuity with this one to both of these, but not this one. It's got a metal frog, and I have the points in the middle, so they shouldn't be making contact. Which I have no continuity with this track and this track, but I do with that one, which I shouldn't have. Because that's, we'll call this rail A and this one rail B. And I have A and B of this one. And A and B of A of this track and B of this track. Nothing between these two, and this track works when I have power. I mean, no track fault. This track, I have continuity between the two. It does not work when I have power. This diversion track, I don't have any continuity, but it still does not work. And it's got a plastic frog. This track, no continuity. This track, and this track works, by the way, when I have power to it. This track, it says I have no continuity, but I did earlier. This track I have continuity, and it does not work. It's got a plastic frog here on that turnout. This one here has a metal frog. I don't know if you can see that. This little piece of track between these two turnouts, I have continuity between track A and B, which I don't know why I would. This track, I don't have any continuity. It works when I have power. It has a plastic frog, but see, I could go here, no continuity between these two, but I have continuity between this rail B of this track and rail B of this track and rail A of that track and rail B. I have continuity between all those, and even this one. Track B of this first rail, or excuse me, rail B of this first track and rail A of this divergent track, which don't make any sense, shouldn't have any continuity between the two. This one over here, I have continuity with, all the way over here, from this. 1, 2, 3 tracks away, I have continuity, which I shouldn't have any continuity. I have continuity on this divergent track and this one. And this one, way over here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks away, I have continuity. And this one, all the way over here, I have continuity. Which, don't know why I would have any continuity between any of those tracks. Now here I have continuity on rail A and rail B. Well, no, on the divergent. Okay, I'm on rail B of the straight through of the turnout, and I have continuity with rail A of the divergent track, but not rail B of the straight through. And I have continuity between rail B of the straight through and rail B of the divergent track. And the contacts are not making points. If I put them over like that, no change. I put it over like that, no change. The only other thing I have, I'll move the camera. I have this turnout here. Let's see what it does. It's a brand new one. It's got a metal frog, continuity between A and B on the straight through, B and B, B of the straight through and B on the divergent. Nothing there. Okay, I got continuity between A and B on the divergent, and A on the straight through and the divergent. And then on the coming off the switch on the divergent track, I have continuity between A and B, and I don't think I should have. So something's wrong. And I have continuity between A and B on the straight through track. This one, continuity A and B. So, I'm not sure. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to move that so fast. Okay, I'm not sure if my first part of the video is going to come through because my battery went dead on the camcorder. But as I was saying, I have no electricity going to this layout. No wires. I mean, the wires I do have, they're unhooked. And I have continuity where I shouldn't have continuity, and I don't understand why. Like this here, this Y I have here, brand new, there's a metal frog. And I have continuity. I'm on this side of the frog. I have continuity on all 4 rails on this side of the frog. If I come on this side of the frog on the track, I have continuity between rail A and rail B, which I shouldn't have when there's no power going to it. I shouldn't even have it when there is power going to it. I don't believe, unless I just don't understand what I'm doing here. Same thing here on this track. I have power going to each one. I have power going from rail B over here to rail B here on this track and rail A. So all four of these tracks have continuity. If I put the switch in the middle, let's see if I can do this. There we go. Same thing. If I put it all the way over, same thing. So I have continuity on all of it. Here, on the other side of the switch, I have continuity. I have another switch up here, a turnout I mean. It's got a metal frog. It's a curved track. I have continuity between all four rails. Does it make sense? Over here on the other side of this turnout, I don't know if you can see that. On the other side of this turnout, I don't have any continuity, which I shouldn't have anyway. Okay, what am I not making contact? Okay, so now for some reason my bell went off. Okay, there we go. So I do have continuity over here. Yeah, I have continuity, which I should have anyway. I think it goes right here to the frog. But I shouldn't have continuity between these two tracks for sure, and these two. Let's see. I don't have continuity here. Let's see. So over here, let's see, make sure. Okay, I got my bells. Now see over here on this little yard, I don't have continuity. Even at the switch, I'm in the turnout, I don't have continuity. It's a plastic frog. And I don't have continuity on any of the tracks. Which is the way it should be. Nothing on this one. Nothing on this one. I still have the tone. Nothing on this one. Okay, this one here I do have, and it's going around. It goes around and it connects to the yard, and it's a line that's not working. See, so I have continuity here. I don't have continuity here, 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 and here, which is the way it should be. I do have continuity on that line right there at this turnout, and that goes around to where I have my only soldered wire going to the track to this turnout, and it's a track that I have continuity on both A and B rails, and it does not work. It gives me a fault. This one is working. That one works. So, what is my problem? I'm not quite sure. Are these turnouts bad? Or do I need to jump them? Or do I need to put insulated rail joiners in? I'm kind of at a loss. I have some insulated rail joiners I'm going to try. But let me know what you think. Thanks. Okay. I took on this Y switch here. I put insulated rail joiners here and here. That did away with my continuity problem between track A and B, or rail A and B on these two tracks. Okay, that comes all the way around, and it comes into my yard on this first turnout. First track, which diversion track was not working, and the straight through was. Let's see here. Let me put this up here. Let me put it over here. So now that I did that, I have no continuity. Let's see. Okay. I have no continuity between A and B. This is rail B, which I have continuity between rail B of this track and rail B of the diversion track, but not rail A and B, which is the way it should be. And I have no continuity between rail A and B here. The frog has continuity. Let's go up here on the turnout. I have continuity between B, rail B and rail B here. Not here though, and not here. Okay, and the switch is in the middle. Let's move it over. Let's move it the other way. Well, I don't know why I wouldn't have continuity here between A and A, but I'm going to wire this up and see if it works without a fault. I'll let you know. Be right back. Okay, Now, I've hooked up this divergent track. I hooked up to the Digitrax controller. And I haven't got the power on, but I've got the juice going to it. And here, no continuity, which is good. This is rail B of this divergent, power, but not A. A here. So that's all working the way it should. Put the power on. We have the solid green track status. And now I have continuity with the power on between rail A and B. All four of these rails have continuity now. But there's no fault. So I guess they have to have continuity together. Huh, interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, let's see. I'm going to shut the power off here. I'm going to put this locomotive on here. Helps when you can see. Okay. This is a DC locomotive and it's set to DC address 0. But I have that buzz. And I don't know why. That can't be right. But it's working. It just has a hell of a buzz to it. Yeah, I don't know why it has that whine. Let's see. Let's hook this up here. Now, I don't know what the address is on this. Okay, it's not 3. Okay, I got a little bit of a hum in that one. Oops. Okay, so this loco, I must have to, I got a program for DCC, which I don't have the programming track in yet. But I think we figured out the problem. And that's insulated rail joiners. Even though this frog here is a metal frog. Oh, I lost my, went off on me. Okay, this metal frog. So with the power off on the controller, I only have continuity between rail B of this line and this line, or rail A and rail A. When I put the power on, I have continuity to all 4 lines, which I guess that's right, because it's not giving me any faults anymore on that line. So folks, I guess it's trial and error, unless I understand turnouts a little better. I'll monkey with this, but maybe there's an easier way. One of you guys know and can tell me. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye. One more little add to this video here. So I put the insulated rail joiners on that part of the Y and this part of the Y. Okay, and then that makes this track work. It goes all the way around, and then comes over, and it works through this switch of this turnout fine on both these tracks, divergent and the straight through. Okay, sorry, I don't mean to move so fast. And then we died coming into this Y before the frog, or just at the frog, which makes sense because I don't have any power over on this side of the turnout. That side of the track is not wired. Now, the locomotive does not run at all on this track. So I must have to, it's blurry. I must have to take one of these railers out, these insulated railers out, to get it to work here. I have power to this track, but only on one side. When I turn the switch on the Digitrax, I have power to both these rails, which is good, but I don't have power to both these rails. And I'm sure it's because I should only have one side of this insulated, or maybe I don't need it insulated at all. Anyway, little problems that make you wonder. Trial and error, like I said. Hope someone has some advice, and I hope maybe this helps somebody else. Thanks.